Our phone number, 877-937-1047. The text line, text JJR, whatever's on your mind, to 96893. It is Administrative Assistance Day, which is very hard to say. It used to be called Secretary's Day.
Yeah, but that's not cool to say anymore, I guess.
I know. In fact, I have all this like old Secretary's Day stuff that is like that's all over the internet now that everyone's posting because it's Secretary's Day. Like this is real audio from retro Secretary's films. Listen to this.
The clerical field is particularly important to women. Women hold 70% of the jobs.
Take a good look at your career choices. That's what Patty McGrath did after 4 years of college. As secretary, you need to be the best you can be. So Pat...
Administrative assistant. That's what it is now.
That makes me roll my eyes.
I know.
And just be grateful that we've come a long way since then.
We have.
Here's to all the office help. We are celebrating you. We can't thank you enough for your contribution. We rely on you. You keep us organized and 1,000 other things. So here's your special day. Just don't get cocky and ask for a raise.
So 877-937-1047. I think all morning long we want to hear from you. Like if I'd be cool to get into like what's the weirdest thing or strangest thing your boss ever asked you to do, you know, or what have you done for your boss? I read a post we posted on Facebook last night. I read a post of somebody said they came into work early. They come into work before anybody else. And one day they heard somebody else in there and they were like, what the hell? And they went in and the boss was in the bathroom going to the bathroom and ran out of toilet paper and needed toilet paper. So she had to bring toilet paper.
It's a good thing she was there.
I had a friend who used to every Friday drive like 150 miles to get steaks for her boss from some ranch where he just liked the ribeye. And that was part of the thing. Like,
that was just a part of her job.
A part of the job. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good job or not. Doesn't that seem like that's... But she didn't seem to mind it.
Must be nice to be the boss.
I have a friend that has an assistant and it pays her... She makes a lot of money. And one of the things that the company that he works for was like, you guys are this position, so I want to pay to have it. The company wants to pay to have an assistant for you so you can just focus on your job. So what that means is this assistant picks up their meds, picks up their laundry, does everything so that you are just at work working. Right? So it's kind of like...
Kind of cool.
It's cool, but like if I was the assistant, I would love the assistant job because then you're like, all right, I'm going to CVS to get your stuff. And then you're like, I'm going to go get a smoothie.
Yeah. Right?
You're like on your own time doing whatever. So I thought it'd be fun. 877-937-1047. What is something strange that your boss asked you to do or you did something strange for your boss? A. B. I also thought about assistants that have to answer the phone a certain way. It's a great day today, John, Jane, Rich.
That's what we say. Whenever you call, that's what you will hear.
Yeah.
That is the greeting.
If Nick doesn't answer the phone that way, shame on you, Nick. And then I thought it'd be fun to say, who has the longest greeting, if they still do that. Or most of the time, you probably just get a voicemail. You get
yeah, there's some old school places, I think, to still pick up the phone.
You get the long greeting, and then I thought we could test them out and call them at work later today. And if they answer that way, we'll give them a prize. So... Anyway, did somebody here have an issue with food? I was trying to remember. I was one of the emails that we sent each other at night about ideas for the show. There was a food issue.
I had something about something healthy that's delicious. I was asking about that.
There's something gross. I don't know, Kyle, maybe it was your cottage cheese thing because I had something that happened to me and I thought I could tie it into it.
I think it was.
What happened to you?
Well, I told you guys I've been on this like cottage cheese kick where I'm getting like the algorithm sending me all the different recipes that are really like they look delicious, but they're made with cottage cheese. So like there's extra protein in it and whatnot. And so I've been trying out different recipes. And yesterday I made 2 different things that I thought were just going to be to die for. It was like cottage cheese protein, cookie dough, and then cottage cheese protein chocolate mousse. And I was like, this is going to be fantastic. Now, the recipe called for chocolate protein powder. I had some protein powder. It was a little expired, maybe circa 2020. But I figured protein powder definitely doesn't expire. Why would that expire? So I used it anyways. And I'm like, let's just test this out. So I make the chocolate mousse, I make the cookie dough, and I take it out of the kitchen or the fridge and I take a bite of the chocolate mousse. It's inedible. It is so bad. I can't even. Like, I am so like growing up, my parents were the ones that were like, you eat everything on your plate. You don't waste food. You only take what you're actually going to eat, like that kind of thing. So I always feel guilty throwing any food away. But this was just so bad. And I don't know if it was the recipe or the fact that I used
4-year-olds.
extremely expired protein powder.
There's got to be something about the proteins of the aminos that break down and get sour.
Well,
it's got to be.
Well, one of the things you said in your email was it was inedible, and I feel guilty throwing it away. And I read that 3 times, and I was like, I thought you said it was incredible, and I feel guilty throwing it away.
No.
And I'm like, why would you throw it away if it was incredible? And I had to read it 3 times until I saw the word inedible. But what happened was, for me, very similar, is rarely I was home, and my wife, we had all this leftover broccoli, so I took it all and I threw it in a pan. I put some grass-fed butter and some salt and pepper on it, and then I took 4 eggs, and I scrambled eggs in. And I sat down with my wife, and I was like, this is so, like, I was salivating for it, right? So as I'm talking to her and I'm eating, all of a sudden, there's like a hair in my food. Now, that's happened many times when you live with a redhead with long hair. So I was expecting when I pulled the hair out of the broccoli to have a long red hair. It was not. It was a short black hair.
Oh,
and that's where I was like, and I had a whole bowl of it. And my wife was like, "What? Aren't you still going to eat it?" I'm like, "No, it's not your hair. If it was your hair, I still get grossed out." But
could it have been your hair?
I don't. Only black hair I have or my eyebrows, and they're not that long. And I was like. Dutch was like, later he came home and he's like, it was your hair. I go, it's not my hair. I pulled it aside. It's not long enough to be my hair, and it was too dark. So I don't know if it was the person that washed the broccoli. You know what I mean? Like my brain started going all these different directions of where that hair came from. And I threw it in the garbage and I just stared at it. I was like, what a shame.
Yeah, that's 4
sad.
eggs.
It was such a shame.
Delicious broccoli.
That's a shame when that
Sounds
happens.
like a good meal.
I know. So very similar to your story. At any rate, 877-937-1047. It is Administrative Assistance Day. We want to hear from you. We want to know about the crazy thing your boss asked you to do, or just something crazy you've done for your boss, and also who has the longest greeting on the phone when we call you. Kyle, what's coming up with 3 things you need to know?
Yesterday, it was announced the FDA will essentially ban all artificial food dyes in our United States food supply. This is like the big ones that you see in almost every type of candy. Red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1, blue 2, green 3. They already had one of the reds. I think it was red 3 that was banned. But they did say that they're taking several actions, including setting a national standard and a timeline for the food industry to transition from petroleum-based food dyes to natural alternatives. So this will hit all the big companies, PepsiCo, General Mills, Kellogg's, where all the dyes are that are really bad for us.
Petroleum-based?
Yeah. So Cheetos to Skittles, pretty soon we'll be seeing different colors, but it will be more natural. They have to get them out, I think, phase them out by the end of 2026. And by 2027, it's all supposed to be gone.
So, like, tricks are going to be just all beige because it's
No,
natural
there's a
colors.
lot of really like awesome natural food dyes.
Yeah, because they used to do that back in the day.
Right, and they do it in the UK. They do it in like overseas. They like that stuff's banned overseas anyway. So for me, I'm like, oh, it shouldn't be that big of a problem for the companies because most of them already have those ingredients.
So it's great
figured
news.
out.
It's great news.
Great.
Like
I
there's
think
no
it's great
way
news.
anybody should be protesting. We want red dyes.
I don't know who would be for this personally,
like
but
petroleum.
you know, everyone's got different opinions. This made the gamers very excited. I know Grant's excited about this because we've been talking about it since they announced the Nintendo Switch 2. We've been like trying to figure out when the heck we can pre-order it, and now they've announced that Thursday, tomorrow, April 24th, Target, Walmart, Best Buy will start taking pre-orders on their websites at midnight. GameStop will start taking pre-orders on Thursday too, but their pre-orders are actually going to start at 11 a.m. So this is pretty exciting. I am not excited about the price.
What is it?
The Switch 2 with Mario Kart World bundle is going to retail for $499.
What?
Yes. So $500 to get
That's like
yourself
how
a
much-
Switch 2.
That's like how much the PS5 was, I think, when it dropped. Like, that's insane.
It's insane, but it's going to sell like hotcakes, if you will. This is actually very fun. And when I saw this, I say bravo to Arby's. Arby's teamed up with Happy Gilmore. Yes, that's his real name, but not the actual Happy Gilmore from the movie. It's actually a collegiate golfer named Happy
No
Gilmore
way.
to serve up a line of limited edition golf merch. It includes Arby's classic golf comfort polo, adjustable beef rope hat, and a set of beef and cheddar golf balls stamped with the Arby's logo. He actually placed 11th in the Indiana High School State Finals, and he has just made waves because of his name.
You know what we need? What we needed right there was Kyle's daughter Addie going, Arby's, we got the meats. When she said that the other day, we needed that clip right there.
I know, we did. That was a
They
missed
should hire her.
opportunity. And that's 3 things you need to know.
It's horoscope time. Peyton, what's the vibe today?
I'm going to tell you what you always overdo without realizing based on your zodiac sign.
Dude, I overdo everything. 877-937-1047. Call us right now to get your sign read. Jen, good morning. What's your sign? Jen.
Good morning. It's Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm Aquarius.
Yes, okay, Aquarius, you overdo the weird takes. You'll argue that forks are a social construct and wear mismatched socks for the vibes. Your brain lives on Tumblr in 2013, and we love that for you for the most part.
That's spot on. I have not a single match sock in my drawer right now.
Almost too spot on.
Thanks,
Thank
Jen.
you so much today.
Rachel, good morning. Or Rochelle. Sorry, Rochelle.
Good morning. I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorns, you overdo the hustle. You turned your hobby into a side hustle, and then you turned your side hustle into a business, and now you're networking at a baby shower. Relax. It's okay. Not everyone is trying to buy your LLC at brunch.
That's straight facts. I'm all about the money, man.
I know. I feel you on that. That's not a bad thing.
Thanks, Rochelle.
Nah, not a bad thing. Have a good day, guys.
Jan. John, good morning. What's your sign?
Hey, good morning, everyone, and God bless. I am an October Libra.
Ooh, okay. An October Libra. Libras. Kyle is also our Libra in the room. You guys overdo the people pleasing. You say yes to 5 different plans at the same time, and then you spiral because you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Meanwhile, you tripled booked and you're emotionally crumbling in a corner.
Yeah, that is true when I was younger, but now, once you get older, circle gets smaller, so
Hey,
pick the one that's...
I feel
I'm
that.
dealing with that right now.
You're
actually.
overbooked. Booked and busy.
I told my dad and my stepmom that they could stay with me for my niece's graduation, and then I also told my mom she could stay with me. If not, about thinking one of them would not want to stay with us. Now they both want to stay with us, and that's going to be a little awkward. So I don't know what to do.
John's just cut everyone off.
Kyle, did you ever pick, your family ever pick what you want to stay with?
Did what?
Did your parents ever decide who you want to stay with, either you or the other?
Yeah, they wanted to stay with us, which is a win.
You
Win.
But then I've got 2 sets of parents
There you
wanting
go.
to stay.
So it's exactly what Peyton said. You have now you
You're
have got.
doing something right, Kyle.
Yeah, oh, thank you.
Do you have a preference on who you would prefer to stay?
No, I don't. I would prefer both of them to stay.
You
but it
guys
would
go
just
get
be
a
awkward
hotel.
for them.
You and Fish move out and let them both. Everyone stay in the
That's
house.
amazing.
You guys take it. We're out of here.
Yeah. All right, John. Thanks, brother. Shanae, good morning. Shanae, the Gemini.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, Geminis, we know this though. You overdo the oversharing. You'll trauma dump, flirt, and confess your deepest fear all in the same breath, but to your Starbucks barista, who just asked for your name. They didn't ask for all your information.
Oh my gosh.
She's
I
cutting
know,
out.
she's cutting out. I know.
Shanae, come on.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys are cutting out too. I'm so sorry.
It's
It's not
okay.
your
But
fault.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye, Shanae.
Go and overshare today. Go tell someone else's business.
What do
Less
you got for
bars and
Pisces?
less places.
What do you got for Pisces?
Yeah.
Pisces, Rich is our Pisces in the room. You overdo the spiraling. You misread one text and now you've imagined 37 worst case scenarios, written a poem, and consulted your birth chart. So take a breath, baby fish. It was just a K with a period. It's okay.
I would say that is old school, Rich. Yes.
Yeah, not so much anymore. You don't spiral anymore.
John Jay, I don't spiral as much as I used to.
No. You have no. In fact, we had a text exchange last night where I was kind of the one, and he was like, "Stop." Right?
Oh yeah, but normally I would have been right there.
Yeah,
Even worse.
Hey, Hudson. Hudson, good morning.
Hi, I'm a Leo.
I'm a Leo too, Hudson. Okay, Leos, we overdo the main character energy. We walk into a Target like it's our red carpet premiere. We pause for imaginary paparazzi, and our shopping cart is probably empty. It's just vibes and ambition.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like something I would do.
We're the star of the show, Hudson.
how
Don't
about
let
Virgo?
anyone tell you different. Virgos, you get canceled for pretending to be super chill in group chats only to secretly judge everyone's grammar, outfit choices, and time management. You micromanage every detail of a trip that you probably didn't even organize or put together, and then you spiral when things don't go your way.
All right, that's good. I believe that. If we didn't get to your sign, they're all posted on our website, johnjanerich.com. When it's time for Stacks and Hacks, I have stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. Happy World Book Day, you guys. What was the last book you read? According to a third of Americans, they haven't read a book in the last year.
The last one I read was like a self-help book, and I forget. It had a curse word in the title, but it was like one of those things where it was like, get your stuff together kind of book.
Yeah, I have that book.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's yellow.
Yeah.
I liked it.
The F word is in it.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah. Darn it.
I enjoyed it. I laid out by the pool. It was about a year ago in the summer.
It's time to get back in.
Yeah, I
When it
think
was
mine was a
all
while
nice and
ago,
hot.
too. It was the Britney Spears, The Woman
audio?
in Me one.
Yes.
But yeah, it's definitely audiobooks.
Really? You don't like just open up a...
Can't. I fall asleep like a minute after I start reading. Or I read a page and then I'm like, what did I just read? And then I have to
feel
read it again.
that.
So it takes me hours and hours just to go by 2 pages.
If you want to read
audiobooks.
something that's going to be a big TV show, Fourth Wing. It's already in production, and it's like Hunger Games meets Game of Thrones. That's all I need to tell you. It's awesome.
Oh,
That's what I'm
cool.
reading right now.
God, I'm trying to think of that.
I know.
freaking cuss word.
I should look it up.
I know it because I bought it. My son read it. A friend of mine read it.
Oh, okay. It's the subtle art of not giving.
Not giving an
Oh,
F.
yeah, that's been
right,
been
right.
out for
It's
a
a
minute.
good one. I really liked it.
Well, here's some of the excuses. People don't read books because they have trouble focusing while reading. They don't have enough time because of my kids. I don't have enough time because of work. I prefer other forms of entertainment. And the number one is I don't have enough time because of other life activities. Golfers who win the Masters get to keep their green jacket for a year. Then they have to return it. It gets put in a closet and they can wear it whenever they visit from that point on.
My husband told me that they actually have, like, anyone who's won the Masters has a secret locker room that you're only allowed in if you've won.
What?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So that's like elite level.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Spring cleaning now includes managing your digital clutter. According to a new survey, 59% of people would rather wash dishes than face their digital files. I totally get that. I have all this clutter and I just don't want to deal with it. I'd much rather do dishes.
So you'd rather do dishes than clean out your email?
I would. A list of common skills that boomers are shocked that Gen Zers don't know include how to read a map, how to address mail, and how to unclog a toilet using a plunger.
I still don't own a plunger.
It's hard. It's hard to do.
I thought like writing a check would be on there. I don't know how to write a check.
It's on there.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
People on social media are so crazy about protein that they're snacking on wedges of Parmesan cheese. Experts say Parmesan cheese is a solid protein source, but also has a lot of fat and sodium. I love Parmesan cheese.
So
love
good.
it. There are videos online of people in Walmart freaking out because there are anti-theft locks on meat. Some locations have been doing it for a while. Isn't that funny? There's that little sensor.
I used to work at a grocery store, and that's the thing that gets stolen the most, the steaks. People just put them down the front of their sweatpants and just walk out.
Gross.
So it makes sense that they lock them up.
A study found skipping carbs just one day a week can trigger fat burning, like intermittent fasting. I just did this. I was just on the news talking about the Kardashians because Khloe dropped a new popcorn.
The cloud
Yeah,
protein
it
popcorn.
looks just like the popcorn I eat every day. I ate yesterday. It's called Lesser Evil. Have you guys tried it yet?
No.
It is so good.
Oh, really?
I feel that I haven't gone and looked at the ingredients. I haven't looked at anything because I'm afraid that like one time I got in this brand called Skinny Cow. Remember Skinny Cow?
Yeah.
And I was eating 10 of those a day because they were like fat free, but it turned out that 10 is too much.
Yes. Chloe, I think, also just announced she's working on a new TV show, like Calabasas Behind the Gates.
Behind
or
the
something
gates.
Like that.
Yeah. Rich, what do you got for life hacks?
There's a simple hack that makes your day go better, and you got to do it every morning. I don't think any of us in this room do it, maybe ever. But the military has been using this for, they say, 100 years. Can you guess what the best thing you can do to start your day is?
Cold plunge.
No, it is not cold plunge. It's a lot easier than that, actually.
Jumping
Take a
jacks.
shower.
No, it's not even taking a shower. It's making your bed. They say it seems simple, but if you complete that task first thing, as soon as you get up, it actually makes your brain feel like you've accomplished something, and your day will go a lot better. Conversely, if you walk by your bedroom and you see an unmade bed at like 11:30 in the morning, then you feel like a loser. So the first thing you should do, like in our case, there's probably people still sleeping when we get up in the morning. So we're kind of off the hook, except for maybe on the weekends. But make your bed first thing in the morning, see how it goes, see how your day goes, report back to us. That life hack and many more can be found at johnjaneRich.com.
It's John Jane Rich. You can always shoot us a text. You text JJR to 96893. JJR, whatever you want to say, to 96893. You can also call us, which is probably what we're going to lean towards right now because we're going to get in some fun stuff on the phone. You call us at 877-937-1047. We got Jenny on the line. Hi, Jenny. Hi. Hey, so Peyton was telling us how she hosted this speed dating event for you, right?
Yes.
Okay. I can't stop thinking. On our show, we get into like a lot of relationships. We also get into a lot of dating. And, you know, and everyone nowadays is all apps, but you keep hearing how apps like, oh, people are like anti-apps. And I think what you did is very, very clever. Can you walk us through what you did? Because also, wait, when you walk us through what you did, at the same time, everybody here in the show, let's see how we can take what she's doing and do it on our show and do a speed dating in the studio. Go ahead, Jenny. So what is it that you did?
Speed dating on the radio. I think that's an amazing idea, especially because they don't have looks to pay attention to. It will just be personality. But yeah, so basically I started in the DMV. I always been known to like kind of hook people up, and they would be in long relationships. And I had a best friend that called me asking me to put her on a few dates. And next thing you know, I did like a small speed dating event in my city. And then I guess like a club in Miami had reached out to me, and I did it there. And then I just started traveling from there. And next thing you know, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, finding love for the singles.
Okay, so
awesome.
do people just show up and you just and they just go? Like, do they have questionnaire?
Yeah.
Like, what are some of the questionnaires?
Yep. So they're gonna get. Normally they register, and you'll find out their age. You'll find out maybe their celebrity crush, their longest relationships, things like that when they register. And then when they finally come in, you'll go ahead and give them a little checklist. And they will mark what they liked about the contestant in front of them and if they want to go on another date with them.
Okay. How much time do you give each person to connect?
3 to 6 minutes. I have the speed dating events that I have are kind of big, so I try to make it go a little bit faster than you normally would.
Okay, so they sit down face to face, 3 to 6 minutes, and then you hit a buzzer or bell, and then do they just does one person stay sitting and another person sits down? Like, do they rotate?
Exactly. It could be the ladies that are moving or the males.
Okay, what if, let's say one of the girls there really feels a connection with the guy? Can you say, wait, hold on, I want 3 more minutes with him, or do you just have to move on and come back later?
They always ask. They always ask for more minutes, but you got to let them know. Write the name down of the contestant. Circle if you want another date with them. I'll do the swapping of the contact information.
Is there a secret sauce to like kind of cutting through the clutter of the guy that you're interviewing with to see if he's a good connection for you? Is there a good question to ask?
I don't know what a popular question is. I think they always ask what's their Zodiac sign. That's a fun question that the ladies ask a lot.
It's a valid one. You need to know your man's Zodiac sign. You need to know if you're compatible. The stars do not lie.
Okay, so can we get copies of your stuff? Can we copy you a little bit?
Yeah.
Copies of your stuff.
Can you send it to Peyton? Because here's
and I already have a few contestants if you guys need some too.
For us, yes, that'd be great.
Yeah.
They could come in. What if we do it on Friday? Can they come in Friday?
Oh yeah, they're already asking me from the last event in Scottsdale and Phoenix, Arizona. Can they have another one? So that's amazing if they can come by.
Yes. What I think Jenny was thinking we were doing, because she said because you can hear each other but not see each other. I think you were thinking we would do it on the phone, but we want to do it in the studio.
Yeah, we want them in here.
We want to do it.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
What city are you in?
I'm in the DMV right now. I'm in Richmond, Virginia.
The DMV. The Department of Motor Vehicles?
Yeah. I'm in the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Because I thought it was you said. You said, I started the DMV, and I was like, oh, okay, must have been a really good person there, and you kept setting people up. I like your license, set her up. That's what I thought she meant.
That's what I did, too. Wow. Totally.
No, Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia.
No idea.
Oh, gotcha.
I had no idea that's what that meant.
Really?
No idea.
I didn't know that either.
Wow.
I'm glad you asked.
Okay,
wow, that's funny.
so you give Peyton the information to those people?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like,
so
what do you
I'll
think?
give her the checklist. I'll give her their name and phone number, and then she'll just let them know what time to get there, and they're ready.
I mean,
love it.
we do
This
it
could be
just like we
exciting.
would in a club, and maybe we could even get a bartender in here to kind of get drinks.
Serve out
Like
drinks.
on the show, I think we bring in. Like, let's say we have 3 couples, right? 3 girls, 3 guys. We give them 3 to 6 minutes. Like we follow Jenny's like formula, right? We give them the 3 to 6 minutes, and then afterwards we bring them in and we ask them like, which bachelor did you like?
Yeah.
Which
See, there
bachelorette
you
did
go.
you like, and
There you go.
why?
I like that, but I was going to say almost same thing,
Love
but just
that.
a minute. They get 1 minute.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
like your
kinda
first
fast.
impression.
Not enough
That's
time.
fast. That's
I
like,
know.
what,
Well,
what
it's
can
a
you
radio
get out
show.
of it?
We got to move.
But right, we introduce the couples. We take a little break on the show, and that's when they connect, feel each other out,
That's
and then
fun,
we come
Kyle.
back
good. Okay, that's
and
good.
we interview them.
That's a good idea.
Let me ask you this, Kyle and Peyton and Ginny too. Do you think in your past dating history you can tell within 60 seconds if there's potential?
Yeah, all you got to do is just look at them.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's a little shallow part of it.
That's
but
okay.
that's a big
That's part
part
of
of
it,
it.
yeah.
I
You
mean,
can
your
tell
looks.
attraction. I don't
Exactly.
know about potential.
Okay, so
Right,
a couple things real
exactly.
quick. If you're listening and you want to participate, call us at 877-937-1047. And the second thing, Ginny, is Peyton said there was a guy there, one guy that was like the star that everyone's going crazy for. Does that ring a bell?
Peyton, which one? It might have been one or two.
It was the
Peyton,
one
you know what his name
outside,
was like?
the one that was sitting outside.
Oh yes.
Can you get him to come in? We want him to come in.
He's probably busy.
Yeah, I will try to find him if he's not with his match already from the event.
Well, because like
that's
a
true.
couple of I'm assuming these people are attractive. I want good looking
Oh,
people.
yeah.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you're ugly, we can do another one on. We can do an ugly speed dating like next week.
It's all in the eye of the
Everyone is
beholder.
beautiful in their own way.
Right. Exactly. And the ladies are so cool. They're so laid back. They really just want a genuine guy. And I think that's why they're there, and that's why they meet face to face so they can have an actual conversation instead of just pictures like social media.
Yeah.
JCC, here was another idea I had for Radio Friendly. There's a guy who's a friend of mine. He's 38 years old. You guys met him last week. Single, good looking, very, very successful.
Good personality.
Yeah, very successful. And just a good human being. I thought maybe he could be the guy, and you do like a bachelor where you bring in women and then he speed dates with them. Also for the sake of radio-ness, so it doesn't take an hour and a half. Like you have him talk to 3 or 4 different ladies and do the speed dating, and then he brings them closer. That was one version.
But that's not speed dating. It's speed dating for him.
For him, right. Because, dude, people ask me there's so many great women out there, and there's not a lot of good guys. Let's be honest. There's not. So when you do find a good guy, it's like you got to grab him, highlight him, and make sure he gets a good girl.
Like
That's
the guy
kinda-
sitting outside at speed dating, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wanted a piece of that guy.
Yep, they definitely did. I think that's kind of cool. I have done that before. She was kind of like a popular Instagram girly, and I did do kind of an intimate experience for her to find a bachelor, and that was super fun. It wasn't as fun as the normal experience, but it was definitely fun.
Okay, well, let's throw it out there. We'll just see who bites. If we have a bunch of people that want to come in, we can do that way. If not, maybe I can just do it around my friend or that one good-looking guy.
I
Or
definitely
both of
have
them.
at least 3 guys.
Okay. Oh,
Got at least 3.
look, we have somebody who wants a speed date already. Hold on, Jenny. Let's say. Can you say hi to people? We'll talk to them real
Yeah.
quick. Okay. Let's pick up Cody real quick. Hey, Cody.
Hey, how's it going?
You want to be the speed dating dude? One of the dudes?
Yeah, why not?
Let's see, Jenny, screen him real quick.
Hey, Cody, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Yourself?
I'm doing good. Just want to make sure you're looking for maybe like a real relationship. And what was your longest relationship, by the way?
Probably 3.5 years.
Okay, who's your celebrity crush by chance?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You answered too slow, Cody. It's speed dating.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Your minute's up. Your minute's up, sorry.
But if you want to come in, okay, but hold on, Cody. Okay, we'll get your info. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Do that.
I mean, he sounds like he could be good looking because it sounds like he's a mouth breather.
All right, wait, say hi to Lisa real quick. Lisa, you want to be part of speed dating?
I am calling on behalf of my friend. She is looking for love, and I want to help her out.
Well, do you think she'll come in?
Oh, yeah, she will most definitely come in if I tell her.
Do you know what her celebrity crush is?
Ooh, she told me this the other day, and I totally dropped it.
Do you?
I'm so sorry.
If she comes in, will you come in with her?
I can.
Yeah, wing woman.
Let's plan around Friday. Let's plan this maybe
One
Friday.
quick question for them, too. One
What?
quick question.
What?
Does age matter, ladies?
Yes, to me it does.
Yes.
Well, you have a boyfriend, baby.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Right, you
Like, if they're older or if they're younger, that matters. Okay.
I believe
Got it.
like, we're in our 30s. Like, we want to make sure that we don't want to go for a young buck that doesn't know what he wants. We want somebody who is at an age where they're able to make these decisions without wanting to like have that party life. We want to settle down, have family, and still have fun.
There you go.
That's good.
Great answer.
That's great. It is. Okay. Hold on, Lisa.
Even
Hold
though
on.
I'm married, so
Hold on. Now I can figure out how to get everyone's information. Hold
How
on,
come
Lisa.
all these
Hold on.
married people want to do the speed dating thing?
I've actually had that happen
we're
once
trying to
or
help out our
twice.
friend.
You said you've had married people want to do the speed dating?
No, not want to. They were in it.
That's terrible.
So
They're like,
lame.
let me
I
see
had a
my
whole
choices.
cast.
I got to look at my
Yeah.
choices now.
Did you let him?
Well, I didn't know until they were already seated, and the host made a joke like, "Is there anyone married here? Raise your hand." And one or two actually did.
Whoa.
So I don't know if they were going through something, but
Yeah.
we slowly put them in a corner.
Hey, listen to this text message we just got. It says, I went on a ton of speed dates in Phoenix before I got married. One guy had a sweater fetish.
What?
What is that?
Oh, there really is something for everyone.
Let's say hi to Jen real quick. Jen, good morning.
Good morning. Hey.
You want to be part of this?
I do. This sounds really fun. I've never done anything like this, so I'm like, hey, why not?
Can you come in on Friday?
I can. What time?
Probably 7. What's your favorite color?
Oh, red.
Can you MapQuest?
MapQuest.
You should stick to Jenny's questions.
Ooh, yeah, Jen, who's your celebrity crush, Jen?
I MapQuest and I Thomas Brothers Guide. My favorite celebrity crush is probably David Anders.
Who's that?
Yeah, not many people know who he is. He was in a show called Alias. He was play bad guy. I know, I'm weird.
I remember Alias. Yeah, it was Jennifer Garner.
Yes.
Jenny,
We could probably get him in here.
Jenny, what other questions would you ask Jen real quick?
So we asked her celebrity crush. Jen, what are your hobbies?
I like shooting darts. I like to do karaoke.
Any new activities you might have tried or been wanting to try?
I'm always willing to try anything. I mean, most of the time I look like an idiot doing something.
Okay. All right, hold on.
Jen and Cody, I can see it already.
Okay. Call right now, 877-937-1047. We'll get your name, we'll get your information, and we'll set it up to have in the studio. And then maybe, Jenny, maybe you could be on the air with us when we do it on Friday.
Oh, I would love that.
Okay, all right. Well, every phone line's ringing right now, so hold on, Jenny, okay?
Okay.
All right, 877-937-1047. Call us if you want to come in the studio. We'll plan it for Friday.